And a good Tuesday morning to you, Weather 9 meteorologist Evan Hatter with a check of your forecast all throughout the region, brought to you as always by On Target. Things are milder, slightly muggier out there this morning, and you'll notice a few more of those clouds out there as we work through the beginning of our Tuesday. You are noticing some of those clouds, at least on the satellite imagery. Weak little system we'll be trying to work through today, and with moisture working back into the region, I can't rule out a couple of downpours trying to develop yet again as we head through the afternoon hours. Anything currently relegated to Tennessee, but I do think we will increase the chance for at least some pop-up downpours as we head a little bit later on today, and it is something we need. We talked about yesterday most of the region in the abnormally dry category on the U.S. Drought Monitor. Unfortunately, with that being measured today, I do think by Thursday it will likely look worse, especially with all the burn bans that we have in place. We have been needing to watch things very, very closely when it comes to outdoor burning. As we look outside this morning, the sunrise impacted a little bit by the cloud cover we've got out there. Here's a look from our Sexton Bin Builders Skycam in Gold City, and you'll notice, we do have that sun rising behind that layer of clouds, so we will continue to keep an eye on those clouds working through the region as we work through the morning hours. Here's the view from our Barron River Lake camera from Proclaim Broadcasting WPBM TV 31, and you'll notice we're watching some of that cloudiness behind, or in front of, I should say, the sunrise out there this morning. And when you step outside this morning, you'll notice it is a touch on the muggier side. Temperatures in the low to mid-60s out there. 60s the cool spot out toward Morgantown. How about 66 near Russellville this morning? The temperature as you step out the door, 64 at the WKU Research Farm and on the Warren-Barron County line, 63 in Franklin, 65 over in Scottsville, and 61 on the north side of Bowling Green as we work through our Tuesday morning. You'll also notice it's a touch muggier out there. Not that it's overly muggy. I mean, dew points in the low 60s at this time of morning, just past 6 a.m. Not terrible, but it is muggier than we've been when we've been seeing those dew points in the lower 50s. So, a little bit of moisture returning to the air, and that's just in time for the potential for a few of those showers working through a little bit later on today. Looking at the high-resolution rapid refresh model as we work through today, you see even by noon, we're popping up a few of those downpours. Any one of these could contain some heavy rain, maybe some brief gusty winds. We're not expecting any kind of severe weather today. The parameter's just nowhere near close for needing for that. But you get these storms that sit over a location for any period of time. Some brief flash flooding, especially given how dry the ground is a possibility. If we can get that at least slowed down a little bit, we could, in theory, get some beneficial rain in pockets today. But I'm not sold on the potential for drought-busting rain, certainly not today, as we work through the afternoon hours. You notice most of those stay south of the parkways. A few of those could sneak north of the parkways. I know they need rain up toward the bluegrass region of Kentucky as well, so we'll be watching it. But either way you slice it, likely going to be seeing the departure of any of those showers as we head through the overnight hours once we get a little bit more stable out there. Working through tomorrow, that disturbance pushes off to the east, so we're looking drier as we head into our day on Wednesday. The showers working into the eastern part of the state. They need the rain out there too, but notice as we head towards Thursday morning, look off to our north and west. A few showers trying to sneak on in here. That's along with our latest frontal boundary that promises at least the better chance of showers and thunderstorms as we head through the work week. Looking at temperatures out there, you notice, we're in the low 60s to start. Hers running a little warm out there, but notice as we head through the day, quickly into the low 80s, warmer out to the west where the cloud cover not quite as thick, and where that at least stationary frontal boundary is already pushed through. So, they'll get warmer out to the west, but as showers and storms develop this afternoon, obviously you get under one, we'll drop those temperatures pretty quickly. And notice we're only in those low 60s again as we head towards tomorrow morning, maybe some upper 50s, those sheltered valley locations, and we'll have to watch out any place that gets any of that rain today. We're going to have to watch for a little bit of fog as we head through the early parts of our Wednesday, but with the lack of rainfall in place, or at least expected tomorrow, comparatively speaking. We'll get warmer back into the mid-80s for daytime highs, perhaps some upper 80s as we head into our Wednesday afternoon, cooling off quickly. But notice, even by 1 a.m. on Thursday morning, still in the upper 60s to near 70. And you'll notice when we look at the dew points as well, those spike into the 60s as we work through today. Not sure why that's not animating for me. Thank you very much. So very, very much. We have like 3 frames of data for the dew points there. Let's, you know what? Let's just move on. Just like we always talk about. Anyway, as we look at the big picture, working into the middle and end of the work week, that's when you'll notice, first of all, the European model showing some of those downpours trying to develop today. Just like our high-resolution rapid refresh keeps most of them to our east tomorrow. But notice that low-pressure system across southern Canada into Ontario falling to 999 millibars as we head through our Wednesday afternoon. That whole system will try to drag a cold front through here late Wednesday night into Thursday, and that will provide us with at least the better opportunity for some scattered showers and thunderstorms late Wednesday night and into Thursday. Severe weather, not a huge concern with this. The wind parameters, a little bit better, but again, we're in the middle of the night here, comparatively speaking, at least early Thursday morning, so we don't have the fuel that needed to supply to keep those thunderstorms going. But those could last and linger into the day on Thursday. Those push to that pinwheels off to the east. It's kind of stationary at that point. But notice another surface low develops across the Great Lakes as we head into the early parts of the weekend. That could have a little bit of a ricochet effect as it scoots into Quebec. That could have a little bit of a ricochet effect with more moisture trying to work in. You notice this particular run of the European model tries to show some showers late Friday night into Saturday and lingering into part of the day on Saturday. That's something we'll watch, at least in the future part of the forecast, because we need the rain. We really do. We're still in that abnormally dry category. We don't want to see any worsening of that as we head into, at least later on, at least parts of this week and into the weekend. High pressure builds in by the weekend, and we're looking much, much more comfortable as we head towards the weekend and the early parts of next week. Total rain, this is through Sunday morning. You notice parts of the region upwards of an inch, but again, it's that very blotchy, splotchy, splash and dash type of precipitation that we'd be looking for heading through the early parts of the weekend. So, yeah, we'll have to watch to see where that heaviest of the rain sets up. Again, I think it's going to be very splash and dash as we head through today, certainly into parts of tomorrow, but I think further east tomorrow, and then as we head towards Thursday morning, and again, potentially as we head towards early Saturday morning, it's something we'll watch, because again, we really do need that rain around here. And once that rain moves out, we're still in that cooler than normal pattern, at least through the middle of next week, that will continue to bring us slightly cooler than normal temperatures as we work through the end of this week into the early parts of next week. Once we get past that, though, toward the middle of the month, it looks like we'll start to rebound and see slightly better odds than normal of some slightly warmer than normal temperatures as we head towards the middle of September. So if you haven't enjoyed this fall preview, perhaps the return of summer, at least somewhat of summer, as those average temperatures start to get a little lower during the day, could be on the way back. Next 6-day weather forecast as we look across the rest of the week and into the weekend. 84 today with those scattered showers and thunderstorms, into the 60s tonight. Kind of a muggy feel for at least early September. Mid-80s tomorrow. Best chance early in the day, pushing east later. Back in the mid-60s Wednesday night as we watch that front move through. That front could linger during the day on Thursday. Notice those highs only in the upper 70s. Mid-50s overnight, though, with that drier air pushing in. That'll help us warm back up on Friday. Mid-80s out there for a daytime high. But we drop back into the 50s Friday night. That secondary front that could bring us some showers late Friday night into early Saturday also comes with a reinforcing shot of cooler air. And that'll make it a very pleasant weekend yet again. Too bad the tops are on the road at Toledo this weekend because it is looking fantastic. 80 Saturday, 80 Sunday, lows in the low 50s. Get out and enjoy it because this time of year, things can warm up in a hurry, and we'll be watching that as we head towards the middle and later part of next week. That's just about do it for me this morning. Weather Not meteorologist Evan Hatter with a check of your forecast on this Tuesday morning. Let's make it a great day out there, everybody. We'll see you this time tomorrow morning.